Absolutely, yes. My name is Tiffany Benjamin, and I'm the creator and founder of My Favorite Life. Originally from Toronto, Ontario, and I moved to Vancouver, British Columbia with my now husband over 11 years ago. And since then, we've gotten married and it's kind of settled in Vancouver. We have two beautiful little children and a fur baby whom we absolutely adore. And by trade, I am a human resources manager for a large Canadian automotive group. And I've been in HR now for over 16 years, so nearing the 20-year mark. And I specialize in generalist activities. So I kind of built HR departments from the ground up. So that's what I do by trade. I actually follow a very successful crafter named Jennifer Maker, and I receive her emails, her email newsletters. And in one of her newsletters, she was talking about starting a blog. If you're interested, her mentor Ruth Sokup from Live Well, Spend Less fame, she was holding I think it was a 5-day blog boot camp. And if you're interested, it's completely free to join, and they'll get you up and started. So I'm like, I never thought that I would be a blogger, not something that I ever considered, but I was on my mat leave, and not that I was bored at all, but I thought I want to learn a new skill, so why not? It's free, let me just check it out, let's see what this whole blogging thing is about. So I joined the boot camp, and afterwards the timing was great because Ruth Sokup, she actually opens up the Elite Blogging Academy once per year, and it was pretty much this next week. The EBA doors opened up for enrollment for that year, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So I signed up for that as well. Still going through the course. It's wonderful, a lot of helpful information, and so that's when I started My Favorite Life. I signed up to open my website, and it started off as a mom blog early on. That's what I was in. That was my world. I have a young baby. I have a almost 4-year-old, and so I chose My Favorite Life not only to reflect motherhood, but I knew that My Favorite Life could encompass a whole wide facet of your life. It would allow me the flexibility in terms of the niche that I chose, because our lives are so multifaceted. So that's how My Favorite Life came to be. Well, when I started brainstorming blog post ideas, which you're supposed to do, I realized that I could write about everyday life as well, so not just motherhood. And that's when it hit me that I could also incorporate my business knowledge in human resources, because our lives are so all-encompassing. It's not necessarily just you're a mother, or you're Tiffany Benjamin, or that you're your career. You're all of these things and more. And so that's when I decided, I have all this knowledge in HR and in business. Why don't I incorporate that into My Favorite Life too? It kind of fits well. And so that's when I started to hone in on my tagline. And that's where My Favorite Life, motherhood, lifestyle, and career kind of came about. So my ideal audience is definitely working moms, or moms who are stay-at-home and are interested in getting back into the workforce. And so a lot of the recent blog posts that I've written are dedicated to moms who are just starting out in their careers, they've just graduated from university, or just have a couple of years of full-time work experience under their belt, but not necessarily in the field that they're passionate about. Or moms who have been in a career for a while now, but realize that that's not necessarily what they want to be doing for the long term, but they just need that extra motivation or know-how in order to market themselves to potential employers. Working on some very exciting things. I plan on continuing to write more blog posts. Obviously, that's how I want to kind of connect with the audience. And I've been super busy though, so I haven't had time to write more blog posts right now because I've been busy trying to get the online self-care store ready. So it was at the start of self-isolation when I realized that I stopped taking care of myself, and I think a lot of moms probably felt the same way. You know, all of a sudden you're thrust into this unprecedented time where kids are home, you're homeschooling, and in some cases moms are working from home, taking care of the kids. That wasn't the case for me. I'm luckily still on maternity leave, but still, I still found that I didn't have time to take care of myself. So my son was home from daycare, and I was looking after him while I was looking after my little baby as well. And before, I had my routine down pat. You know, I would brush my teeth, change my clothes, the stuff that you normally do, put makeup on almost daily. And then I would feed my daughter, and then we'd go out for the day. We'd take a walk, run errands. But when we started to self-isolate, I realized that all of that went out the window. You know, I think there was a point when, honestly, it sounds kind of gross, but there was a point when I don't think I changed out of my PJs for like 5 days. You know, that's since changed, but I think that was probably my record. And that's when I realized that I had to force myself to start thinking about self-care. Before, it was a part of my routine. And now I need to incorporate that back. And so self-care is defined as any activity that we deliberately do to take care of our mental, emotional, and physical health. And by practicing self-care, this will improve a person's mood, it reduces anxiety, and it's the key to a good relationship, not only with yourself, but with others around you as well. So I already knew that I had a platform with My Favorite Life, and since my target audience was working mamas, or in my opinion, the people who were most indirectly impacted by the pandemic, I wanted to find a way to help mamas to take care of themselves. So, you know, by offering self-care products, like bath salts, essential oils, skincare, and herbal supplements was a way for me to signal to the mom, hey mama, remember to take care of yourself and, you know, relax your tired mind and body. And I honestly think that the store fits perfectly with my mission to help moms to live their favorite lives. Yes, there's so much competition out there, and you know, what makes me different, I think, is that I've been a skincare and general self-care junkie since I was a teenager. Every product in my store is one that I would currently use right now or one that I will use in the future. I carefully select brands and suppliers that meet my values. So products that don't contain parabens, sulfates, SOS, or other harsh and potentially carcinogenic chemicals, products that contain natural botanical ingredients, and are organic whenever possible. So, and one of the most important aspects, and one close to my heart, is to make sure that the products and suppliers, they don't test on animals. You know, we are animal lovers. We have a cat. I've had dogs almost my entire life, and it's very important to us that, you know, the products that we use are cruelty-free. And yeah, so what's more, you know, one of the things that I want to do is give back as well. I want to commit that to every product that's sold, I will donate $1 to the Burnaby Hospital NICU and dedicate it to the NICU team there. Yes, Elle was actually born 2.5 months early. She was originally due in September, actually on my birthday last year, but she didn't want to wait. So she was actually born 2 days before G's birthday in July. And so it was hard. She spent almost 60 days in the NICU. And I wasn't able to stay overnight with her when she transferred to Burnaby Hospital just because of the setup. And so it gutted me. I was devastated every single day leaving the hospital without your baby. It's such an unnatural feeling. But knowing that she was in the best care possible made it easier for me to walk away, and knowing that I could call the nurses at any time. And the pediatricians were amazing. Everyone was amazing at the hospital. And so I haven't seen the nurses since she was discharged last September. And I haven't had a chance to properly show my gratitude to them. So to be able to give back in any way, and this is one way that I realized that I could try and give back to them. It's the best way that I know how. So that's why it's very special to me to try and donate to them as much as possible. There's tons on the go for My Favorite Life. It's pretty exciting in all areas, actually. So we recently incorporated as a business. So through the eyes of the government of British Columbia, My Favorite Life is officially a business now, which is always exciting. And I plan on continuing my career series. There's a lot of working pieces that I'm trying to create for that section. And there's a lot of exciting things to come. So hopefully you'll join me for the journey. So more to come on that soon. As for the store, I'm always searching for suppliers and partners who sell products that meet our standards and values. And I know that there are tons out there. Living in Vancouver, there's a ton of great companies to work with. So if you have a company that sells self-care products that don't contain any harsh chemicals and are cruelty-free, then I'd love to have a chat and work with you. So please feel free to reach out. And then on the blog side, I find that one of the most popular posts are product reviews, and not necessarily just on self-care, but just product reviews in general. People are always interested in seeing the different products. People, as a mom, sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And so when someone talks about a particular product, it's like, oh, light bulb goes out. And it's like, yes, I need that product. And so I've gotten so much good feedback on some of the products that I have reviewed. And so if there's any products that any of you moms out there are interested in, but don't necessarily want to splurge the money on yet, and want to know more about it, then please reach out, because I love products. I'm a product junkie as well. And I love discovering new things. And if it can help moms, then of course, that's what My Favorite Life is about. If at the end of the day, if I can just help at least one woman, one mom, and to find and to live her favorite life, then I would have succeeded in my mission. So check it out, and don't forget to subscribe. And I look forward to going on this journey with all of you. So thank you.